Hello everyone. I hope that you are just doing your study properly. So in previous session I just told about the homework that you have to write some animals name which have super sense of smell. So I hope that you have completed your homework, that when our school will reopen I will check the homework again. In the previous session many questions are also there, like try this and write, means one activity is there that drop some sugar, jaggery and anything sweet on the ground, then observe that activity and then write the answers of that question. So I hope that you have done that activity. So in this second session we are going to learn about the super sense of vision of different animals. Okay, so vision means what? Related to which sense organ? Yes, related to eyes. So now we are going to learn the super sense of eyes of different animals. So before that you have to just open your notebook, then just keep the PDF of your textbook in front of you, because there are two questions that we are going to discuss. Page number 6, open the textbook, page number 6. So first question is there, that write the name of a bird which has eyes in front of its head. So see this image, okay, like in humans. Now see, this is our head, okay, and in front of our head our eyes are present. Okay, so like that, if you have observed the birds or any animals, that also you can write. Here the question is about writing the name of bird, but you can write the other animals also if they have the eyes in front of head. Okay, so just think, you can also write the name of bird only. So just think that which birds has eyes in front of its head and write one by one. Just think about surrounding that you have observed daily. We can see many birds in our surrounding. So just you have to observe that birds, that animals, and then you have to write the name. You have to think about that birds. So I hope that you have completed the first question. So the first name of the bird which has eyes in front of its head, the commonly one example is there, that is owl. Okay, if you have seen the owl, so we can check the difference. Now one first, before we are going to discuss the first one, see the second one. Write the name of some birds which have eyes on either side of the head, like these two images. Okay, see, the head is here but the eyes are on either side of the head, means one eye is at left side and one eye is at right side. Okay, so like that, again you have to write the name of birds. See, I have already shown two images. One sparrow is there, one parrot is there. So that both eyes have eyes on either side of the head. And just imagine about the owl, that owl has eyes in front of its head like in humans. So most commonly, the one fact about this, the birds, about birds, that most of the birds have eyes on either side of the head, not in front of our head, now in front of its head. Most of the birds, okay, means at least 70 to 80% birds have eyes on either side of the head. Okay, we can see in our surrounding that many birds, that have eyes on either side of the head, like one at the left, one at the right. So you have to just observe your surrounding and write the name of these some birds. But if you can see these two images, see the size of this eye of the sparrow and size of the parrot, or size of the eyes of the parrot. Okay, in human beings also, see, just imagine about your friends, or just observe your family members, all have eyes, okay, but the size of that eyes are different, means some people having the small eyes, some people having the bigger eyes, some people having the normal size of that eyes. So like that, in birds also there are different sizes of the eyes. So here we are going to learn about the super sense of vision, means how these eyes are helpful to the birds. Okay, so see, now many birds have eyes on either side of the head, means what, they can focus on two different things at a time. Okay, now we will see the example of this parrot. If parrot is there and left side there is chili and right side there is a guava, when we are thinking about the human, okay, either we can see the left side thing, either we can see the right side thing clearly, means we can see the both things at a time, but not clearly as the birds can see. Understood? Means parrot can see the chili also and the guava also clearly at the same time. Okay, if you want to see the left side thing, you have to move your neck, correct? If you want to see the right side thing, you have to move your neck or just move your eyes. But when we are thinking about the birds, okay, you must have seen that birds moving their neck very commonly. Do you know why? Now we are learning about the eyes, so the answer is related to the eyes. See, just do one activity, okay, move your eyes on left side without moving your neck. Keep your neck straight, just move your eyes on left, done. Then move your eyes on right side, done. Now move your eyes on up, move your eyes on down side. Can you move up, down, left, right? Yes, we can move our eyes without moving our neck. But birds cannot move their eyes at left, right, up and down, and that's why they are moving their neck, because in most of the birds the eyes are fixed and cannot move. Like us, we can move our eyes, but birds cannot move their eyes because the eyes are fixed in their body. So that's why they have to turn their head, they have to turn their neck to see around. Okay, so this is all about the bird's eyes. Now this is about the position of the eyes, means the birds having the different position. First position, the bird which has eyes in front of head, the common example is owl. And the second position of the eyes are either side of the head. So two position we have learned here. And why they cannot move their eyes, because the eyes are fixed in their body, and if they want to see surrounding, they have to move their neck. And one another thing we have learned, that at the same time they can focus on two different things. Okay, so this is all about the super sense of vision of different animals. Now we will see the further ones also. The one another point is that looking with one or both eyes. So first just see, look at this picture, why they are moving their neck, that I have already explained. So just see this image and just learn these things. See, the most of the birds have their eyes on either side of the head, means commonly the birds have eyes on either side, that left and right. Next one is their eyes can focus on two different things at a time. Okay, means left side thing, right side thing, they can see at a same time, not like us. When they look straight ahead, both their eyes focus on the same object. Now see, this position means that much not straight but little bit straight, so they can focus on the same object when they are straight. Now see, when a bird focuses both eyes on an object, it can estimate the distance. Means what? If one bird is there and in front of that bird one object is there, when both eyes of that bird focuses on that particular object, so they can calculate the distance between the position of that bird and that object. Means they can calculate the distance between itself and that object. Okay, so they can know the mass also, because they can estimate, they can calculate the distance between that. Next, when its eyes focus on two different things, it increases its range of vision. That is the main point, that when its eyes focus on two different things, when they are focuses on one object, so they can calculate the distance. But when they are focuses on two different things, like object A and object B, say I will explain from this picture. Okay, see, this is about the human, how we can see by the left eye, how we can see the area that we can see by the right eye, we can see by the left eye. And when we are focuses our both eyes on one object, that how can we see? Means seen by left eye, that is a small area, seen by right eye also, that is a small area, but as compared to these both, seen by the both eyes, the area is increases. Means with the help of both eyes we can see the object properly. But in the case of bird, see the range, when both object on that both eyes just focuses on same object, see the range, and when the both, see here, eyes focuses on two different things, means this one thing is present here, one thing is present at the right side of that bird, means one object is at left side, one object is at right side. When eyes focuses on two different things, then the birds can increase their vision capacity. Okay, so this is the main super sense of the birds, and that's why we are see here, we can see here, see this first picture, when you are sitting and just eating something, so birds, how can they take your food and fly? Because of this super sense. See, because the bird can see that thing clearly from far away, so that is the super sense of the bird. Understood? Now one activity is there, that looking with one or both eyes, that already we have learned here. Just here you have to just close your right eye or cover it with your hand, means you have to keep your hand either on left eye or either on right eye. Then tell your friend or tell your mother, tell your sister to stand at opposite of that, to stand in front of you, okay, at some distance, and then just tell them to do some action. Okay, so means what the activity is about, that how can we see with one eye and how can we see with both eye. Just do that activity and just observe that things and tell me when our school will reopen. Okay, many activities are there that we can do with our one eye and with our both eye. Without activity also we can say that with one eye We can see the thing but not clearly, but with the help of both eyes we can see that thing clearly. So that is about this activity, looking with one or both eyes. Okay, so now maybe you have understand that. Means now can you guess from what distance can an eagle in the sky can see a roti on the ground, that we have seen in first picture. Because the birds like the kites, eagles, vultures can see 4 times as far as we can. Means if we can see the object which is far away from a distance of 2 meter, then that birds can see these things from a distance of 8 meters, means 4 times more than us. So that is the difference between the human and the bird super sense. I hope that you have understand the super sense of vision of the birds. Next, as the birds or as the animals have super sense of vision, now one question is mentioned in your textbook, that do animals see colors? Okay, so from this picture we can learn that the first picture, that how the human can see, how the bird can see, how the dog can see, and the last one how the rat can see. So first two pictures are same, but the third and the fourth one picture is different. Means what? Mostly the human and bird can see the colors same, not 100%, but when we are thinking about the dog, see how the dogs can see their surrounding, and see how the rat, means rat can see only in black and white color. So this is the difference between the different animals. Again here one picture is there, two pictures are there, that human vision, if we are seeing the bird like this, but in the case of bird, see how the birds can see that pictures. Here the two pictures are same, but the colors are different. See, these are the light, then these are the dark colors, like this, that see the human vision and the bird vision. Same here, the second picture, the human vision, how can we see these eggs, but how can the birds are seeing these eggs? Okay, but what about the rat? Why the rat cannot see the colorful world? Because it is believed that the animals that awake in daytime, awake means alert, okay, alert in daytime, can see some colors, like a dog, human, and birds, because we are alert in the daytime. But some animals are there, they are awake at a night time, like a rat, because rat is just finding their food at a night time. Rat is alert at a right time, so that's why the rat can see things only in a black and white colors. So if we are doing things in the daytime, we can see most of the colors, but some animals are there, they are doing their work at a night time, so they can see only black and white colors. Okay, so this super sense of vision actually helps the animals to find their prey, okay, from far away, or they protect themselves from the danger. Means they can find out their prey from far away and protect themselves, like a tiger, lion, vulture, eagle. Okay, they can find out their prey and just catch that prey and eat. And some animals are there, with the help of the super sense of vision, they can protect themselves from danger. So that is all about the super sense of vision of different animals. Now another point is that the super sense of hearing. Now if we are learning about the hearing, means which sense organ that used for hearing, that is ear. Okay, so now we are learning about the super sense of hearing. So in class 4 that you read that we cannot easily see birds' ear because their ears are small holes covered with feathers. So two pictures are there. In 4th standard we have learned these things, that like our ears, the bird's ears are different, and as compared to the size of our ears, the bird's ears are small. See these two images, the size of this ear, this. So from that we can say that we cannot see easily the bird's ears. Still they have the super sense of hearing. So before we will start our discussion, two questions are there that you have to write the 10 animals whose ears can be seen, not like a birds. Means you have to write the name of animals that ears we can see. So just take a time and write the name of the animals one by one. Just take your time. Think that which animals have a big ear that we can see, and just write the name of that animals. I hope that you are writing the names. So I will just tell some examples like a cat, rat, dog, tiger. These are some animals whose ears we can see. Now another one question is there, the names of some animals whose ears are bigger than our ears. If you just observe that, see our ear size, but as compared to our ears, some animals has bigger ears also. So that name of some animals you have to write. Again just think and then write the name of that animals whose ears are bigger than our ears. Means they are very bigger. So just think and write these names. So I hope that you have completed. So I will tell some examples of that animals whose ears are bigger than our ears, like elephant, cow, rabbit. These are some animals whose ears are bigger than our ears. Okay, but have you ever think that why the size of the animals are bigger than ours? Or is there is some link between the size of the animal's ears and their hearings? Means if the size of ears are small, so they cannot hear proper sound, and if the size of ears are bigger than ours, means they can hear the sound properly. So is there any link? So that link you have to find out. This is your homework, that you have to find the link between the size of the animals of ears and their hearings. Now when we are thinking about the sound, one fact is there, or why or how we can hear the sound, how the animals can hear the sound. So for that, one activity we will do now. Okay, sit near a desk. Okay, already activity mentioned in the textbook, page number 9. I will read that activity. Sit near a desk. Tap the desk once with your hand. Listen carefully. Now put your ear on the desk as shown in the picture. Tap on the desk once again with your hand and listen again. Was there any difference in the sound of the tap? Means what? Without touching the ears on that desk, when you are tapping, the sound is different, but when you are keeping your ears on this desk and then you are just tapping, the sound is different. Means what? Some vibrations are creating, we are just creating the vibrations and then we can hearing the sound. Means what actually we are hearing. Now I am saying you can hear, correct? Why? because of the vibrations in the air. If the vibrations are not there, we cannot hear that sound. Now see, some other animals are also there that means we cannot see their ears. For example, snake. Okay, see, this is how the snake hear, means on the base of the vibrations the snake can hear the sound. See this image, they don't have external ears. External ears means they have ears but we cannot see that. Okay, so how they are just hearing the sound? Snakes hearing actually the vibrations on the ground. Means what? If we are walking, okay, like you are tapping on the desk, the vibrations is created when we are walking on the ground, and that vibrations are felt by the snakes, and then snake can just feel that something is there in the way of there. So this is about the snake. One another example is there, that how that super sense of hearing helps to the bird. When we are just see the rat is doing some sound, okay, then the vibrations, that with the help of vibrations the birds can catch that rat. So that is also a super sense of hearing. So another one point is there, that sound send messages. Like we have seen some examples that super sense of hearing. Some another one thing is that one another point is there, that sound send messages. Like that, if in your class, just imagine that in your class there is no teacher, so you are just shouting, moving, and when just you feel that the teachers is coming, you are just giving messages to your friends and just keep your class silent. Okay, so like that animals are also sending messages when they feel some danger. So one by one we will learn the example. The first one image is a monkey, that is a langur. That langur, when they feel the sound of danger, for example the langur can hear the sound of tiger. Okay, so if they are hearing the danger, if they are hearing the sound of the tiger and all, the langur gives the warning to their friends by doing a special warning call. Means they just started to shouting and just giving messages to their friends that the tiger is coming. Okay, so you have to just save that you have to save from that tiger. So like that langur gives the special warning call. Same happen with the bird. Bird also gives the alarm to warn about the danger. The sounds are different, but they are giving the messages to their friends to protect from the danger, to protect from the other animals. Same happen with the fishes. See, one case is there, one example is there. In December 2004, few tribes that live in the forest of the Andaman Island noticed that the animals behaving in a different manner. They case some danger, so they move away to a safer part of the island. Soon after, the islands were hit by tsunami, but these people were saved. You also have observed that if something danger is just coming, the birds or some animal just move differently or just behave differently. For example, about the dog. Okay, when something is just danger is coming, the dog is just moving here and there. Okay, just moving just moving his tail and all. Means what? That dog is trying to give some messages to us. So like that, fishes are also giving messages of danger. Okay, so when they sense the nature, means the nature gives if any alarm to that fishes produces some signals. They are just moving and produces some signals, okay, in water, and that signals only hear by other fishes. Okay, like humans can understand the language of humans. Okay, like that the fishes understand the language of fishes only. So fishes also giving the messages to their friend, because some animals behave differently when the storm or any other earthquake is about to come. Means if any natural calamities is about to come, the animals senses, the animals just feel that danger and give messages to others. See, animals can't talk. Okay, we can talk, but the animals can't talk, so they can send messages to each other. They have ways to let other animals know what they want to tell them. Some sounds send a message, like lions and tigers roar to tell their families about danger. Means all animals have different sounds. Okay, like tiger and animal just roar to tell their friends about the danger. So this is all about the sound sends messages. One images that I have added some extra examples, that death watch beetle is there, gives signal to each other by producing clicking sound. Okay, made by tapping their head against wood. Just tap your finger on the on the desk. Okay, whatever the sound, that clicking sound is there, like that the death watch beetle is there, that one type of insect. So they're just producing the clicking sound by tapping the head against the wood and give messages to their friends about the danger. Again, one example is there, that is a red squirrel. Okay, will make a series of loud rattles and screeches to warn of intruders. Means if the red squirrel feel about the danger, again it started to just shout and give messages to other friends. Another one example, that is the bottlenose dolphin, has a wide range of vocalization. Vocalization means what? The sound. Each dolphin also has its own unique whistling sound that it uses to identify itself. Just open your textbook, page number 10. Already one images is given. One dolphin is there, and around that dolphin some waves are there that actually produced by that dolphin to give messages to each other. Means all animals have their special languages to warn other animals. So dolphin produces sound which bounces off after touching an object under water, just like a echo produced when you shout out at a mountain valley. If the mountain is there and if you are just shouting, again we can hear that word again and again. That is a echo system, that is a echo sound. Same happen with the dolphin. Dolphin just produces some signals, and if something is present in the way of that dolphin, that sound, that signal just collapse on that object, just fall down that object and come back. So dolphin can feel that something is there on his way. Understood? So all these about the super sense of hearing and the super sense of vision of different animals. So I hope that you have learned both these senses, about the vision and about the hearing. In your textbook many examples, many activities are given. If you have any doubt, you can ask in comment box. So I hope that you have understand all these things. Just read these things, read these examples again and try to understand that things. Take care and thank you.